Hi everyone! It is 4 days away from Antarctica. Tomorrow I leave Buenos Aires to go to Ushuaia, which is the town where I will be getting on the boat. And until I get on that boat there, I'll be doing a bunch of explorations. I will keep filling you in as I do that. Today I spent the day in Buenos Aires doing a few things, seeing a few things that I didn't see quite yet, or seeing them in more detail. I saw the cathedral and the cabildo in Plaza de Mayo from the outside already. Today I went into them. The cathedral was really neat. The mausoleum of San Martin was in there. Really gorgeous setup. I mean, there's so much in that church. I don't even know. There was other monuments and I think other kind of mausoleums in the area as well. But I really didn't spend that much time looking around. I just kind of was like, it's so beautiful. Took a couple of pictures and then headed out to the Cabildo, which is now a museum. Back in the day, I think like in the 1800s perhaps, it was a place where they did a lot of political things. And now it is a museum. So after that, I walked down, I think it's just May the 25th Street, 25 de Mayo, Calle 25 de Mayo. They've got a lot of like dates as street names, signifying, things that happened in their history. So I walked down that street past one of the cafes that I had went into previously, found another historical cafe to have a cup of tea, mostly just so I could get the Wi-Fi so I could order myself an Uber to my cooking class. The cooking class was so much fun, and I've got leftovers. I made empanadas from scratch, and they were delicious. And also chipitos, which are, I'm gonna actually take it out of this box because they're so good. Little kind of like cheese buns, but they made it with tapioca, or I made it, along with my other two people, made it with tapioca starch. So it's like gooey inside, like there's cheese in it, but it's different kind of gooey than cheese, and it was so good. I also got a recipe book, so I'm gonna try to make some of these things again at home. I'm definitely going to try to make some empanadas. Yes, they were so tasty, and really not that hard. I like time consuming, but not that difficult. After the cooking class, I went to a tango museum, which was just kind of neat to learn more about. I can't remember his name now. I feel like all this information goes in and leaves right away, or it gets filled in with other information as well. Carlos something with a G, his last name. That museum, it was kind of neat, learning about his life. The thing that I took away from that, just because it was kind of like me, he said that he really discovered himself through travel. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Also, I had to translate all this stuff from Spanish. So a lot of these museums and stuff only have information in Spanish. So thankfully, I've learned a lot, but there's still a lot of stuff, especially when they start talking about these different topics that I've never talked about in Spanish before. There's lots of words and things that come up that I have no idea what they mean. But that's okay. I'm learning. So after the Tango Museum, I went back to the San Telmo market, and there was this particular reason why I went back to that market. When I was there a couple days ago, one of the cafes in there specifically had Argentinian yerba mate, and it's not very easily found in cafes around this place, even though literally everywhere you walk down the streets you see Argentinians sitting they have these special cups with the bombillo, which is the straw, and the yerba mate, which is herbal tea. Anyways, I really wanted to try it. I heard a lot about it. It's, a really super big thing in Argentina, also was in Uruguay. But yeah, I've been to a couple cafes and I kept asking and they just don't have it. They have green tea, but they don't have the yerba mate. And I was like, okay. So anyways, when I was at the market a couple days ago, I saw it on a menu and I was like, awesome, I'm going to come back and try this. But after I had my lunch, I was tired, hot, and full and wanted to do other things other than sit and drink tea. So I left, but figuring I could find it somewhere else, but I couldn't. So I went back to the market specifically to try that. And I tried it and I didn't like it. It was so bitter. It was really cool. Like, it's a whole experience. The lady explained to me in very fast Spanish, which I understood the gist, but there was a lot of words that I was like, no clue what you're saying. But understood the concept. You know, there's a whole special way to prepare it, which was really cool and fun. And then also she gave me sugar because she said, you know, a lot of people like it with sugar. So I tried it without the sugar and it was like ridiculously bitter. And then I put the sugar in and it was still so bitter. I can't even describe it. Like, didn't really even have any taste. All I tasted was bitterness. So I don't know, kind of disappointing, but I really wanted to try it and I did. So I'm happy that I did that. That's, for me, part of the experience, trying the things that the locals eat and drink and seeing for myself. So far, I've liked everything else that I've tried, and I thought, because I love tea, that I would really like this yerba mate as well, but not so much. But when I told the lady that it is too bitter for me, which again, I forget that word in Spanish, amarcido, I think. Demasiado amarcido is what I said. She said, oh, well, there's other ones. They didn't have them, but she said, you know, try it again. There's places that have it, you know, flavored with apple or pineapple or different things, which takes away some of the bitterness. So I'm going to keep my eyes out and try it again if I come across some kind of flavored yerba mate and see if I like that. So anyways, and then I just walked back from that market, and tonight I'm going to go to another tango show. I was supposed to be going to a closed door restaurant, Puerto Cerrado, which basically is a dinner that is prepared by a chef in his home or her home for a select number of guests. But there was only going to be 3 of us there tonight, and the other 2 rescheduled for next week, and I will be gone. So he understandably canceled the dinner. So I decided that I'm going to go to another tango show because I really, really enjoyed the first one. And when in Argentina, miramos el tango. So I'm going to see a tango show. That's in, and a tango lesson as well. So that's in about an hour and a half. I have to be there. It's probably a 10-minute walk from my hotel. So I'm looking forward to that for my last night in Buenos Aires. And we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not from Ushuaia, because I won't get there till like 9:30 at night. So tomorrow you'll see me again in Buenos Aires, and the next day in Ushuaia. Bye!